We're quite a bit above consensus, forecasting 7.1% growth. So I think near term what is happening is inflation has come down surprisingly well. I think surprised many people in how much it's come down. And that in itself, in terms of easing the cost of living pressures, has been a huge benefit. You've got, I think, government capex that's doing very well. And you've got growing expectations the RBI could be cutting rates this year. We're expecting 100 basis points. So that's all positive. But more medium term, the thing that's really encouraging me is just looking at investment as a share of GDP in India. It's starting to go up. And this happened before the global financial crisis, which halted everything. Yeah. But if it keeps going up, I mean, for an emerging market economy, if you can get your investment GDP ratio up towards that 40% mark, that is hugely beneficial in terms of creating capacity, keeping inflation down, crowding in private investment, and that lifts potential growth. Yeah. And so I think...
It also helps with job creation.
It does so many positive things, and you've got this, the government... let's see, but if we have a continuation of government, I think that's going to be a positive for government capex. But if you also, we talked earlier about this China plus one in terms of foreign direct investment coming in, and corporate balance sheets have been cleaned up quite a bit as well. I think, and interest rates coming down, it all, to me, the stars are aligning where you could see India being on the cusp of an investment boom that would lift potential growth.
But do you think the comparison that, or the view that India is where China was in 2005, 2004, 2003? Maybe China started its move in 2001 as an export hub, right? Yeah. Do you think that's fair? And people are now focusing on how exports as a percentage of GDP is likely to pick up. Do you see that happening?
I think a lot of things have changed compared to nearly a quarter of a century ago. I think one is the world's got a lot more protectionism. The whole supply chain that Asia benefited a lot from is kind of deglobalization is happening a bit. But also there's a move more towards services, and with all the new technology and robotics, kind of cheap manufacturing labour is not what it used to be, I think, for exporting and getting EM economies to that next level. It's harder now. But the good thing going for India, you could argue, is it's more of a service-driven economy. And this idea of becoming a big powerhouse in exporting of services could be actually the thing that actually takes it to the next level.